Hello Professor, I'm Shireen Farhashik and today I'll be presenting final project for CMPE 285 on behalf of my team. Our project is titled as Invest on Stocks. Let me first introduce my teammates who are Sindhuja Ravi, Pranita Harini Kokar, Ziba Waheb. We are a group of 4 members including myself and we all contributed equally towards the successful implementation of this project. Here is our system architecture that demonstrates the technologies we employed for developing this project. As you can see, for front end we have used HTML, CSS, JavaScript and Bootstrap, whereas for back end we have used Python and Flask. Coming to the features of our project, the project provides a stock suggestion engine for the user based on the investment strategy and the investment amount. The strategies that were provided in our project are ethical investing, growth investing, index investing, quality investing, and value investing, where our users can pick any one or two strategies. Here are few other features that we have incorporated in our project. The output of a project will show user information on 3 companies in which his or her money is invested, which we will be showing clearly while we present our demo. It will also show number of shares of each company and what is the price of today's share. Also does stock analysis for investment strategies as well as the stock portfolios for the last 5 days. It then will provide input validation for the investment amount. Finally, we have designed an easy to use UI for our end users. I now want to highlight few challenges that we faced while doing our project. Finding an appropriate API key which satisfies the requirement was a difficult task, while the other one was managing and transforming the data from the API. Getting money distribution ratio and getting proper functionality in Flask was also a tiresome task. Designing an UI with good UX, which is also easy to use, was a very challenging task, but we completed it. Thank you. We'll now dive into how we have tested the application that is built. To run our project successfully. Once we have all the setup for stock portfolio suggestion engine ready, we can perform these below test cases for validating our project. Our first test case is to provide a blank investment amount instead of certain a decided amount and then click on submit button to view the output. The output we will be discussing clearly while we demonstrate our user interface. Now for test case 2, we have to enter a value that is less than $5,000 and click on submit button. Here we are aiming to provide a value that is less than our base value, which in our case is $5,000. Going forward with test case 3, here we'll again enter $5,000 as our investment amount and then check the boxes next to value and ethical investing method and then click the submit button. To view the result, in the result you will be getting the user's information along with the share values of the company and the stock portfolio. For test case 4, we will be again providing $5,000 as our investment value and will now check on growth and index investing methods. Unlike test case 3, we will be picking 2 investing methods in test case 4. Test case 5 is similar to test case 4, as we will be choosing 2 investment strategies method with just different methods in place. In test case 5, we will enter $5,000 as our investment amount and choose growth and quality investment methods. Whereas coming to test case 6, where we will be giving $10,000 and pick growth investing method and submit for output analysis. Test case 7 is to test for $10,000 and check the boxes ethical and index investing methods. Now comes the interesting test case, which is our eighth test case, where we will be providing $10,000. Check the box next to quality, growth, and index methods. And after clicking on submit, we will get a prompt saying please select maximum two options as the engine is designed for two options only. Now for test case 9, we will give a negative number, say minus $5,000 as input in our case. Then we will click on submit and the output will then display a prompt saying please enter input more than or equal to 5000 value, which as I said is a base value. Here to proceed with further steps. Lastly, for test case 10, we will enter $0 and click on submit. Let's see the demo for what will be the output in each test cases. This is the user interface of our project. And now let's evaluate our project using the test cases that we just discussed. Here in this box, we have to enter the amount that we are interested in investing. And then we'll be choosing our investing strategies that best suit our requirement. Investing strategies are ethical investing, growth investing, index investing, quality investing, and value investing. And once we have done opting methods, we can click on submit to view output. Let's start with our test cases now. For our first test case, we are not supposed to enter any value. We can leave it blank. Now I'll not enter any value here. I'll leave it blank and go to the end of the page and click on submit so that we can see the output. The output message says an error, which is please fill out this field. Hence, our first test case is passed. Going forward with our second test case. In our second test case, we have to give a value that is less than $5,000 as input. And then click on submit in a similar fashion. I'll be giving $1,000, which is less than $5,000, and it says value must be greater than or equal to 5,000. Then click on submit. It won't take that to the output page. It says value must be greater than or equal to 5,000. That's why in our second test case, I'll now change this to $5,000. And then I can do the third test case as well, where I'll be checking ethical and value investing methods. Then clicking on submit. To view the results, it might take a few minutes to navigate to the output or the results page. Let's wait for a few more minutes. Yes, now you can see here today's share price for each company. You can see here different companies like Apple, Adobe, NSRGY, Tesla, and Google are there. You can also see the number of shares of each company beside. Stock analysis for investment strategies for these companies can also be viewed in results for ethical investing, value investing, and total. Here you can see different companies' ethical investing profit or loss. And adjacent to that, we have value investing. Adjacent to that, we have value investing, as I said, implied for same companies. This is a third test case, which is passed. Let's now go back to test cases. Coming to the fourth test case, we will leave the amount as $5,000 and choose different investing strategies instead of ethical and value. We'll now choose growth investing. Before that, it shows a message to choose only two. Now we'll be choosing growth and index investing methods. And then click on submit. Again, we'll have to wait for a few minutes for generating output. We'll wait for a few more minutes. Here we can see today's share for each company with company's name and different companies. And we can see number of shares of each company along with the stock analysis for investment strategies that we choose. And below it shows growth and index investing. In the growth, it shows the profit and loss for growth investing strategy, and in index investing strategies, it does show the relevant data. Hence, even test case 4 is passed. We'll now go back to test case 5, which is same as 4 with just different investing methods. Let's move on to sixth test case where we'll gain 10,000 as I have given. And when we'll be clicking on growth investing and then click on submit. And here's our result where we have again today's share price for each company. But as we have chosen growth investing alone, that the center heading is that. And then we also have number of shares of each company displayed. We have stock analysis for investment of growth investing strategy or method. This is the profit and loss for growth investing strategy. As we have chosen only one, it shows that. Now let's go back to test test cases. For test case 7, we'll now give a value that is $10,000 again, and we pick ethical investing and growth and instead of growth we can pick index investing. Click on submit to view the results. In the last test case 6, we only picked one strategy method, that is growth, but in test case 7 we have picked ethical investing and index investing. Yes, now we can see the result, that is again today's share price for each company. You have company wise details here, and there's number of shares of each company, and you also have stock analysis for investment strategies. The strategies that we have chosen were ethical investing, total and index investing. Coming to the bottom, you have ethical investing here, where you can see the profit and loss for ethical investing for individual companies. Below you can see ethical and index investing for different companies. In index investing, we can see the companies are sorted as per the company order. Now let's go back to test our rest test cases. Let's go with test case 8, where we'll experiment with choosing 3 strategies, and then we'll keep the same amount and now just choose 3 strategies, and it says select minimum 2 options. It does not show any results or output, and it even throws select maximum of 2 options. And hence this test case is also passed. Now coming forward to the Now coming forward with the 9th test case, where I will be providing a negative value and output will be like value must be greater than or equal to $5,000. This does not show any results but says the output or the to obtain the output, the input should be a value that should be greater than or equal to the base value and cannot be a negative integer. This will be our last test case where I have provided 0 as our investment value, and then it will again say the same message that value should be greater than or equal to $5,000. That's our base value, as I said. With this, we validated all 10 test cases. Thank you, Professor, for this wonderful semester where we got to learn real-time implementation of software engineering processes or techniques.